Really cool pickup. You'll want to watch the video for this at a place called PackRat. Major ass wagon coming into Cleveland. And yeah, broke down car in a one-lane construction zone causes havoc. That and more on this episode of
The Clutch Trucker Channel.
Clutch Trucker, filmed before a live and furry studio audience. That is Rusty, the world-famous meatball dog. Hey YouTube, Clutch Trucker here. Thanks for tuning in to another edition of the Clutch Trucker Channel. Alright, here it is, Thursday, the 22nd of September. Boy, have I got some great video to show you today. So I did my delivery, yesterday. I've got quite a few things to show you. But Wednesday on my way up to Erie, they have one lane going eastbound on I-90, and there's a car broken down. That caused a big fuss. Got that. I got a really interesting video today of getting loaded at this pickup in Webster, New York, Rochester area. And you've seen those pods things that they put on flatbeds. Well, there's a way to get them inside a dry van, and I got video of all that. That's really cool. Plus a major ass wagon as I was about to get into the Cleveland area. And that's where I am now. I'm on the west side of the Cleveland area. You can see the sun is going down as the boat is setting in the west, or whatever it's that old thing. Yeah, anyway. As the sun pulls away from the shore and our boat sinks slowly in the west. I'm trying to make it to Perrysburg to the TA tonight, where I know I can get some parking. Because my next pickup is in west of Detroit tomorrow. And I'll explain more about that coming up. But so that's what I'm doing right now, and I wanted to catch a little road video and stuff before it got too dark out there. As the sun is going down, we're just about to jump onto I-80 from I-90 here westbound in Ohio. Lots of construction. It was a good time to go through the Cleveland area though. Made it kind of after rush hour, so that worked out really well. And I was going through Buffalo during rush hour, which wasn't actually too bad. So, and my delivery this morning at the Walmart in Johnstown, New York, actually went very, very fast. I was in and out in under an hour and a half. It's unbelievable. So I went over to the TA in Fultonville, parked there, and Mark and I got on the phone this morning, and we started coming up with some plans. And I said, I know all my stuff is in, my diamond plate's in, the marine sealant's in, this gasket is in, it's all ready for me at the house. So the sooner I can get home, so I can finally take care of the whole slope roof box thing over my extension on this remodel, that would be great. So we found a load. Picks up, has 3 picks, that's the big downside, but they're not that bad, as I now know. Picking up all at a place called PackRat. Say very similar to the pods. They have the little storage containers that people load themselves and they come pick them up and move them for you. Well, I'm moving them for 3 different groups of people. Picked up the first one there, like I say, near the Rochester area in Webster, New York. I'm going to pick up west of Detroit tomorrow morning, and then I've got to get over to west of Chicago by tomorrow afternoon before they close to get the third one. Then I can take my time getting home. Well, towards Aurora, Colorado is where it's going. And at least it's going to another PackRat place. 3 big containers, and I know they'll unload fairly quickly. So I got some great video to show you of how they load these on the truck. I thought it was fascinating, so let's take a look at that. Alright, this is the giant sled that they're going to put the container on. If you can see on the side there, there's little kind of wheels, so that it'll go slide against the walls of the trailer. There are little wheels on the front side of that sled. Right now he's over there moving a container out of the way. The container I need right there is that one, right below the one he's picking up. So he's got to move that container full of somebody else's household goods and get it out of the way. And you see how giant this forklift is. This is much bigger than your standard warehouse type of forklift. So now he's just going to get that position so he can move it out of the way and put it on top of another stack. And then he's going to go over and get the container that we need to go into the trailer. Like I said, that's a much larger forklift than you normally see in any kind of a warehouse. Alright, so he's getting that one positioned over there on another stack so he can get to the one that we need. You know, he had to check all his paperwork and everything to make sure. So, alright, now he's picking up the sled, and he's going to move that into position right behind my trailer. It does have two wheels at the very, very front. You can see it kind of hanging down right there. So when he puts the container on it, he'll pick up the sled from the back, and it'll put all the weight on the wheels, and he can just literally push it into the trailer. So there he is, picking up the container I need. He's double checking his paperwork to make sure that's the right one. Pulls it down. Like I say, I'm just amazed at the size of this forklift. You normally don't see. I mean, there's a pickup over there. Look at that. The forklift is just about as big as the pickup. So this guy is obviously skilled at doing this, and he's done it for a while. And he's just going to place that onto the little sled. And now he has to do it oh so carefully, because the sled is just barely wider than that container. So you can see now he's making some little extra movements here with the tires and all that, trying to get the container centered right there onto the sled so that he can just easily push it right onto the trailer. And so there he is on the back side. Got the forks in position. Look, he picks it up a little bit. Now it's sliding on those front wheels I told you about. And he can just literally push it straight into my trailer. I had no idea they could put these things onto a dry van. But obviously those sleds make all the difference in the world. As you can see him pushing it on, he's going to reposition a little bit. And now, yeah, there he goes. Pushes it on as far as he can go. Now he can't go all the way onto the trailer because you see how big that forklift is. It's much bigger. They try to push it the rest of the way on with a little pallet jack, and you'll see a guy pulling out the pallet jack, and he's trying it, but apparently that container's too heavy. The pallet jack can't move it, so he's got to drop it. So the solution is another sled to push that sled on into the trailer. That gets it 2/3 of the way in. They actually had to use a third one to get it all the way down there towards the end. And there you can see it is, all the way to the front of the trailer. I'm picking up one more in Michigan and one more in Illinois, and that'll fill the trailer. Coming west down I-90 on my way into the Cleveland area, check out this major ass clown. Alright, so I've just passed a truck that was in the right lane, and I got my blinker on, I'm starting to move over, and this ass clown comes up out of nowhere. He doesn't want to wait for the black car, whips between me and the truck in front of me to the right side. And now the clutch trucker zoom and slow-mo. This gives you a little bit better perspective. Look how close he was between that flatbed and me. You can see the hood of my truck. Asshats like that are the ones, who cause wrecks and all the sorts of problems. And why? Why did you have to do that? I don't know. Try to center myself. Why do I always have to center myself? Then I wanted to show you this too. On my way up to, this would have been, because I did the video Tuesday night. So it was Wednesday morning. I was on my way up to Erie to deliver. And we're on this one-lane construction zone on I-90 East where they got a Jersey wall on the left. There's no extra room. Well, somebody, of course, breaks down there. It looks like they broke down, I think, or else they scraped the wall or did a little bit of both. And we're zipping along at 65, and we come to a halt out of nowhere. And, yeah, this was the cause. Now, look up there on the left. I'll put the arrow in for you. And he's broken down right next to the Jersey wall. You can see there's no shoulder really to speak of. The car squeaks by pretty easily. But here on the big truck, yeah, we're having to hit a little bit of that gravel. Just barely make it by the guy there. And look, pull-off spot right up there to the right. Yep, just able to squeeze by that guy there. I hope it was just he broke down or something, and he wasn't just stupid enough to just scrape into the wall and then not move his car when there was a pull-off area to the right just up ahead. What do you think? Okay, so here we are parked. It is Thursday night, the 22nd. I'm parked at the TA in Perrysburg. Almost always parking here now. Everyone always tries to park at the Petro up the road, or there's a Love's and a Flying J a little bit further up. So this lot doesn't fill up very much anymore. And a lot of the reason is because they closed down their restaurant in here, like a lot of the TAs have. which I kind of disagree with. I don't use the restaurants, the main restaurants, the full-service ones, because I'm fully stocked here in the truck. I got plenty of food in here. They do have a Taco Bell, and I do admit I've gone to the Taco Bell in here a couple times. Used to have a Burger King too, but they shut that one down. But because of all that, there's almost always parking here. So I knew I was going to be able to park here. I can go pick up my second pickup tomorrow west of Detroit. It's about an hour and 15 minutes from here. And that should give me enough time. If I get over there 9-ish, 10-ish in the morning, I should be able to make it over to my last pickup over there on the west side of the Chicago area. So I'll be all set, and then I can slow down a little bit, because then I've got 2 full days to make it all the way into Aurora, Colorado for a Monday morning delivery. And then based on how you saw them loading this stuff, I just got, the 2 more containers. So it should go fairly quickly. I think that tells me the unload should go fairly quickly. Should put me home at the latest by early afternoon on Monday. What do you think? So that's going to be cool, and that's when we're going to attack all this extra stuff. Oh, and real quick, yeah, by the way, a couple of people corrected me. Yes, I was not wrong. It was not Enrique Iglesias. It was Ricky Martin who did Livin' La Vida Loca. Anyway, so I just wanted to throw that correction in there. Oh, another thing I want to throw in here quickly. Somebody did put in the comments, why aren't you wearing your seatbelt? I'm always wearing my seatbelt. Maybe I wasn't when I was moving from one dock door to another at that warehouse. I'm not out on a road. I didn't have to have it on then. But I always have it on, and sometimes you can't see it because, let me pull it out here. See, I'll strap it on, and I've got this little doohickey down here, and I'll give you a close-up of that. That'll let me lock it so that it doesn't keep pulling over my shoulder, because if I let them do that, it wears out all my shirts. So then it just rests a little lower. And in the videos, then when I'm driving, the steering wheel's up here, and sometimes the black of that will block that. Let me show you what I'm talking about. See, when you pull it down, then you can lock right there, so then it stays in place and it doesn't keep pulling back on you, and then it just rests loosely over your shoulder. So that's what I do. That's why we have these in here, or else all truck drivers, I still have a lot of worn out shirts. Yeah, it's the old joke, you can always tell a truck driver, look on their left shoulder, and if the top of the shirt over their shoulder is starting to wear out, then you know they're a truck driver. By using that little lock thing on there, it doesn't wear through my shirts as quickly. So I can save a few shirts. What do you think? Okay, so now, since I'll be home on Monday, then all my stuff did arrive. My diamond plates arrived, my marine sealant that a lot of people suggested, that 5200. Actually, I went with the 4200, which is very similar. It's just the 4200 is more pliable. It doesn't get quite as hard and should be more flexible. And I went with the 4200 FC, which is for fast curing, because it'll cure within 24 hours. So I'm going to put that on hopefully Tuesday. And then by the time I put the box and everything up there, the wedge, on Wednesday, then that should hopefully be mostly cured. And then that'll help finish off the whole deal. And then maybe we'll get back onto the road on Thursday is the plan. So again, I'm doing the 3-point plan. I'm pulling off the Gorilla Tape over the where the box, the extension of the of the bed upstairs, sticking out the back of the cab, touches the back of the cab, and I'm going to put down that whole marine sealant then on Tuesday and really goop it up and get it in there good, and hopefully that'll take care of any leak issue right against the cab. Then the wedge will cover the rest of the current box, which has a flat top, where I'm thinking some water's pooling and possibly getting in. I ran through a ton of rain today. It rained all morning while I was in Fultonville, New York, after I delivered at Walmart. And then I ran through a ton of rain on the way, some pouring down real hard, some lighter, and a lot of rain. And when I got to my pickup, climbed up there and checked, no water coming in, and I felt up inside to the batting up there underneath the vinyl stuff. It also felt really dry. So I think that's proving that the wedge is working. It just has no cover over the wedge right now. It's just the bare wood. So probably will have to replace that one big piece that's going to be basically the new under roof, because it's now gotten wet, and it's just wet wood without any protection. So I'll have to replace that one when I get home and when I'm rebuilding the wedge. But I think that's proving that this that alone, without even the extra marine sealant, is going to help out. And then of course we're going to put the gasket in a little bit of a gap that'll be between the wedge and the cab. And I think that 3-prong plan should hopefully take care of the whole thing there. Say 3-prong plan 3 times fast, won't you? And so that's the whole plan. There will be 4 screws I'm going to have to put in the diamond plate to hold it down on that wedge part. I'm going to caulk extra around that. I think I'll maybe use the marine sealant for that as well. So hopefully that'll take care of it. Those side triangles on the wedge are going to come down a little bit, a couple more inches, give me more room to really secure it to the box well. And hopefully when I'm home, that'll take care of the whole thing. So in an upcoming video here real soon, I'll try to show the whole process of what I'm doing and how I'm going to create kind of a little gutter channel with that, what do you call it? What's the word I'm looking for? Gasket that I ordered from that rubber steel company. And I think between all 3 of those, hopefully we'll take care of the whole issue. We can only hope. Well, thanks for tuning in for that one. I thought that was really cool, that how they put that stuff in the... I had no ideas. You could even get those things into the dry boxes, but pretty snazzy, right there, Rusty? Had that major ass wagon. The other guy who broke down, I guess we can't really call him an ass wagon because it may not have been his fault, but, you know, what are you going to do? So, and of course, talking more about how we're going to fix everything. Thanks for tuning in. Please subscribe. Please like and comment. I get to your comments as soon as I can. Sometimes it takes a few days because I'm a working truck driver. There's Clutch Trucker at Instagram, Clutch Trucker at Twitter, and as always, if that magic YouTube fairy dust, Clutch and Rusty, out. Hey, how about, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I have no idea what I was trying to say. It happens, baby. He's it, he's poised. There it goes. Into the pet bed. He's all over it, baby. And why? Because he's sneaky. So sneaky. Can't even remember how that little song went that I made up the other night. All right, you ready for another piece? There you go. Oh, happy dog. Happy dog. See, there's the coughing thing. See, so that's where I came up with the he eats them too fast and he starts to cough. It wasn't just making a line up. It sometimes actually happens there. Right, Rusty? You get overzealous. Look up here again! Rusty. Rusty. Come on. Let's get the happy dog look. You're done. Look up here. Hello? Rusty.